What's good? It's your boy Carceno here, man. Let's get into it. I've tried to be as genuine and as clear as possible and try to stay away from mentioning certain names like Stephen A. Smith and all these guys. Like, I don't even want to deal with these clowns. I just rather do me, stay in my lane, tell you about what's going on in life and move forward that way progressively. But it's so much foolery that's been going on that it just irks me at times. And Stephen A is just one of those people that's just it's bad. It's really bad the way he manipulates to get his agenda across. These are the type of people who are like parasites to people like myself. We look at these people as spineless. And when you start seeing that and looking at them, and they don't seem the same no more. They seem plastic. So I really don't have anything to say to them. Like on that note, I try to stay grounded and stay in my own world because I really don't want to deal with these people. Stephen A. Smith disgusts me. What he said about Kawhi Leonard. Let's hear what he said.
How many people gonna say this, Big Perk? What I'm gonna say. Kawhi Leonard should be on the list of one of the worst superstars this game has ever seen. That's right, I said it. Because anybody that watches basketball knows I'm obviously not talking about his skills. We know the brother is big time. We know that as a talent, he's a superstar. One who shows up when he plays, I'm talking about in terms of his performance, performs in the postseason arguably better than he performs in the regular season. He is that dude. But when you talk about a superstar that is unreliable, I want somebody to point me out somebody more flagrant than him. You're load managing him all through the season. All through the season. He takes every perk imaginable. We ain't got to even debate all of this. I'm not getting into all of the stuff that he did to get to Los Angeles and what he forced the Clippers to capitulate to in order to acquire him. I'm talking about unreliability. Now, I know Wilbon, my man Wilbon, and I talked about this. We know that the injuries are legitimate, they're not fake. We got that. I would never do that to him or any other player, but especially him. We understand the hard work that he puts in trying to get himself ready or whatever. But when you think about his personality, selling the game, promoting the Clippers franchise, being available. I don't know about you, Big Perk. I'm genuinely sad for Ty Lue. Every time I look at Ty Lue and I see Ty Lue's face and I see him looking sad or just looking melancholy or whatever the appropriate word is, the first thought that comes to my mind is, what the hell is wrong with Kawhi Leonard now?
That's because you are programmed now to be against Kawhi Leonard. That's your goal. That's you. That's what you want to do. And if you want to have that approach, Stephen A., that's your prerogative to have that approach. But realistically, you would never speak that way about LeBron James when LeBron James or if LeBron James was injured and he ended up hurting himself or had to take a day off in the play. Do you just sat there and admitted that this guy plays hard when he plays his playoff games? He plays hard. When has he missed a playoff game due to rest? Never. So why would you say he's unreliable in the playoffs? You see, this is why I don't like people like this. Because they got agendas to try to tear a man down who's probably injured his knee again that he just had surgery on. He played really hard that night in that game. Took a lot of hits. That was a very physical game. The man had ACL surgery and he has degenerative knees. So his career probably is not going to be that long. And he's the one that's got to keep falling down the ladder and then working himself back up, knowing he has the skill set to compete with all of the best players, if not the best there very much is in the NBA. And he's got to get torn down by you. What gives you the right to tear him down? If you wouldn't do that for LeBron James, you damn well shouldn't be doing that for Kawhi Leonard. How is that man unreliable in the playoffs when he's got 2 NBA championships? He's been to 3 NBA finals. How is he unreliable in the playoffs when you just said he shines in the playoffs? He tore his ACL in the Western Conference Finals. Well, in the second round, and then they went to the Western Conference Finals and lost to Phoenix in the Utah series. And then he tore his, after that, he was out. So besides that, when did he miss the game for rest or what you call load management? He never has. So I don't really understand your plight and to say he's not the way he sells the game. He does what he's required to do, nothing more, nothing less. When he has his media time, he talks to the media. Once it's over, he's done talking. What, he's supposed to be as flamboyant as LeBron? That's not his job. His job is to win games. You know what he is? He's voted into the All-Star game. Fans still vote him in. So even without him talking, without him doing any of the things you talk about he need to sell the game, people seem to know his name. They pick him right on the ballot because they care about wins and losses. That's what dictates people knowing you. So if Kawhi Leonard could be more popular than all these guys and they know who Kawhi Leonard is and he don't talk, that's saying something. That means his game speaks for him and speaks for itself. He ain't got to run his mouth. All these endorsements and giving him commercials, they ain't seem to have a problem with giving him a commercial, even though he didn't talk in it. You see what I'm saying? So, for you to come out and make a statement like that, knowing it's clickbaitish, is awful, to say the least. So, hey, people learn the hard way. You could take people to the, what they say, you could take them to the beach or what, to the waters that you can't make them drink. That's this situation. Take them to the water, but you can't make them drink. I mean, Stephen A's gonna be what he is. He's a shock jock, a real shock jock guy. So if you know that, then what else don't you know? I'll just be like, man, let's talk about the actual game, Stephen A. Talk about the Knicks and what they did yesterday, or what Cleveland didn't do. Man, goodness. My thing is, for a guy who couldn't barely shoot a jump shot, knee went out one time and he just quit basketball and became a journalist. You have a lot of disdain for these athletes that could do what you couldn't do. Kawhi Leonard didn't quit when his knees gave out. He got a knee condition and he's fighting to play every day and still work on his game. So, and he's one of the best players in the game today, period. So whether he plays the next game or not, you know, it is what it is. Nobody's hurting more than Kawhi Leonard. You think Kawhi Leonard don't want to be out there? I ain't hear you have none of this energy for Paul George. And Paul George has been injured a lot throughout his career. So injuries happen. It's unfortunate, but they happen. But to a man that led two different teams to an NBA championship, the disrespect factor is high. When no one else seems to give him this disrespect outside of the general public, except for those people who sit back and watch ESPN, the casuals. They start, load management, because they want to try to find any way to taint Kawhi Leonard, who doesn't care. He's not going to care. So you guys are wasting your time trying to get him to react because he don't care. Now, people asking me where should they put their money and betting a knockout in the fight, what round? And I'm just saying 6 or under. I don't have this fight going that long. So that's just how I see it. But, other people might feel differently. You know what always got me, but it made me understand something? People will never fail to cease to amaze me that they think the only way to get ahead is to take whatever's on the table. I tell somebody I turned down 1.7 and they oh man, look at your car. But you turned down 1.7? I'm like, I drive a Mercedes. It's like, it's very weird how we as black people treat each other. No other race do that. No other race. We tear down people who end up having something that they don't even have. These people that don't even have a vehicle will make fun of you having a Mercedes. Look at that old Mercedes. And be like, huh? Dude, you driving 2 feet. You got to get an Uber. You can't afford a car. Your credit is doo-doo. I mean, like, man, credit score is like 5. So, it's nuts, man. These people just, I don't even know what to call them. But it's really bizarre. The kind of behavior you be seeing out here. And it's the kind of behavior that other people gravitate to, especially on the internet. It's about 100,000 people right now, probably live on the internet, trying to find something to talk about that was trending yesterday so that their voice can be heard. It's like every day there's something new. Well, I've seen enough. Y'all tell me what y'all think about Stephen A's words. I felt it was grossly inappropriate. But it's what he does. And then people know nobody says anything and ESPN just let him ride. Another clickbait for the title. Anyway, I want to say shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life, Kwame Brown Bus Life 2.0. Shouts out to Mondo Black TV, Ticket TV, Damn D, and welcome to HD TV. And Yeah, I'm out of the game. So tired, going to sleep. Deuces.